Hey everybody inside there, and welcome back to Salt in the Earth. Right then, last we left off, Rue saw something. I don't know. A figure watching her, and then it ran away and went up a wall or some shit. And then showed a door though, so. But then she came up, all tense and everything, and ran right into Durong. Here we are. Yeah, it wasn't a wall. It was Durong I bumped right into. Her sturdy hands wrap around my shoulders until I'm able to stand on my feet. Feels like the worst of it is past. You look, you've seen a ghost. I did see a ghost in the mess hall. I was gonna catch it, but I tripped and fell. Did you hurt yourself? That's not the point, Durong. I said ghost. G-H-O-S-T. Actually, now I'm not so sure what I saw. It was pale and gray, moving too quickly for me to catch its full view. You sure wasn't a prank, eh? No? Eh? Did you tell me a ghost story when I first came here? I recall Durong's story about the Wanderers, the ghosts of the wartime. This ghost can fly out the balcony and move straight into a door in the hallway. Door? Would ghosts need to use doors? What does God need with a starship? The Wanderers? Only the residents who first stayed here reported seeing them. I've never seen one myself. Although, just be careful, okay? If I'd known you're going downstairs, I would have gone with you. Is it dangerous here at night? Not for me, but people can be weird. I suppose if I were someone with the physical capabilities of Durong, not many things would faze me either. Obviously, having Durong with me would be much safer, but I've been relying on her too much. I wonder if she thinks I'm incapable of taking care of myself. Rue, I don't know if... I'd get the feeling... Okay, could be wrong, but I'd get the feeling that Durong would just be protective. Not a matter of she doesn't think you can take care of yourself, but rather that, you know, you're clearly not as... You're clearly not Durong. Furthermore, she may just feel protective of you. And that's fine. Like... It could be a complicated thing of maybe she is being a little overbearing or something, but in this case, you know, let her work. Well, that sounds kind of weird, actually. It's just this whole interpersonal thing back and forth. There's this side, there's this potential side. I'm not even sure where her thoughts on the matter actually are, because we see into Rue's head and not Durong's, so we just kind of. And it's always a question of how reliable a narrator in terms of, you know, her, what she thinks of the people or what she thinks they're thinking of her. Why are you here, love? Didn't you go to the gym? Durong was supposed to be at the gym with Kai tonight. Judging by her shampoo scent, she has just showered and was making her way back. I would have joined them if I wasn't preparing the food. I went by myself, so that didn't take that long. Yes, we did take our time in the shower. By the way, Durong's cheeks have darkened with a blush. I suppose she's having the same thoughts as me. Wait, Kai wasn't with you? Come to think of it, Kai and I haven't been to the gym together since she's come back. Durong's one eyebrow perks up before she finishes her sentence. What do you have in your hands? Oh, this is for you all. I am my container with a sense of pride. It has somehow survived the ordeal with no lasting emotional scars. Food always carries such an admirable mental fortitude for all of us could learn from. Okay. Come inside, we can share this together. Hope you like it. They don't eat late snacks, but a small portion should be fine once in a while. I even replaced sugar with honey. It should have the same flavor profile as our meals. The girls seem reluctant to try it out. To be honest, it makes me wonder if it was worth all the effort. I would have felt bad if my mind still wasn't occupied with the mysterious shadow. Half of me wishes I run after it. The other half reminds me of the lurking danger it could pose. The present haunts my thoughts till I fall into a dream. Oh, good. I've long stopped trying to recall my dreams about the woman from the woods, young, lithe, and full of life. I'd like to think the dreams are still there, conjured up in my imaginative yet unconscious mind and display on my sleeping brain. I leaned into Miranda while her fingers slipped through my photo album, stopping at each page for me to describe what I could remember of it. Memories and dreams may fade with time, but things are constant. My photos capture the best moments of my life with a realistic technicolor. They serve as prompts for the theater of my mind, with as much imagination an old woman like me can muster. Places I've been to, the people I've met, I have known and loved. After pages upon pages, she finally stops at a picture of a woman with a smile as bright as the midday sky. Arang, I mutter. That was it. The only person I've ever truly fallen in love with. A daughter of an immigrant family who lived next to us in the Hill of Pines. It was a different time. Yes, she was one you kept mentioning. I'd up in the house with this photo. Thank you, darling. You must have been close. Would you still recognize her now? I sighed in Miranda's shoulder. I'd recognize her anywhere. You sure you got everything? Alright, I got everything I need. Toothbrush? Ooh, this is the big day. What's gonna happen after this? I can't believe Durong is acting so nonchalant about her departure that afternoon. Does nothing faze her? We've been double, triple checking her luggage since early this morning for any essential items she might have forgotten to pack. Kai's being helpful throughout the process. Even Query and Durong are impressed by Kai's level of involvement. Meanwhile, Spirit watches us from the top of the bed the way a wise old owl would. Every time we turned toward him, his tail stood up and wiggled. Thanks, Kayang. I mean, nothing bad by this, but I'm surprised you're being so helpful. You've grown a lot since we last saw you. Not vertically, I'm afraid. Oh. Now you made me mad. How'd you get so tall? We started the same size. I'm not in control of how tall you grow, Kayang. Remember when you were only 8 kilograms? What happened? I was a baby, Kai. It's okay. You don't have to be tall. You learn that on TV? Watching their banter, I can surmise that Durong and Kai must have known each other since they were babies. She hasn't left yet, but I miss Durong already. Query and Kai are both nice women, but Durong has always been supportive of me since the beginning. Literally, she supported you when you're about to fall to your death, or injury maybe, huh? Reliable, kind, and darling. Appropriately tall, beautiful, and ripped. The perfect straight man to my jokes. It'd be so easy to fall for her. And perhaps they already have. It's gonna be so lonely in bed without her warmth and kisses. Rue? I nod and smile. Anything to keep Durong from worrying about me while she's away. She probably will anyway. If I have gleaned anything about her character, she probably will. But how can I act happy when she's miles away? It would have been reassuring if I had seen squads of Port Tuskegee soldiers returning from the deployments I came here. If this mission was trivial, would they have needed months to prepare for it? Am I overthinking this? Hey. I'll see you at lunch, okay? I cannot even mutter a good reply. The things I'd give to be as calm as Durong right now. I swing the door open and Query is right outside. She made her quiet exit while I was speaking to Durong, which is why I was surprised that she's waiting for me to catch up. You've been here for a long time, eh? Have you seen the Wanderers, Query? Small or big, there's some truth behind all myths. I knew it. Man, kinda wasn't a hallucination. But it might not have been a ghost. I don't know what it could have been, but my story didn't spook Query as much as I expected. I'm sure she knows something that I don't. I'm curious, what do they do when they catch you then? Can they turn Spirit into a dog? Well, a bigger cat? Smaller cat? 2 cats? Let's avoid this topic, okay? Query's even more quiet than usual. It isn't just my probing that's bothering her. Are you okay, Query? It must be upsetting to see Durong leave. She pauses. A little. But Durong is resourceful. I guess Kyle's more of a child to her than Durong. Despite Query's hypersensitivity to touch, she lets Kai hold her hand and she lets Kai hold her in her bed to sleep. How old were they when they met you? 7 or 8. Met them in camp. Kai cradled the time. But Durong never did in public. She hated bothering people. A refugee camp, I reckon. Not until 1989 were the last ones disbanded. I spent 5 years keeping the one near Udala in order. It was boring patrol work day in, day out. Fell asleep most nights wondering if it was worth it. Nice seeing Kai like this. Query takes a deep breath. Her scowl has turned into a sad smile. Growing up, Kai didn't make many right choices. How do you know if you're making the right choices? All your choices are seen by the universe. It returns well-meaning ones in kind and fairness. Query beams. So kind of like karma then, I guess. She has a look of contentment. Must be what mothers feel when their children grow up into good people. Judging by Query's blank look at Durong's luggage this morning, Durong's leaving affects her more than she lets on. But her hand on my shoulder on our way to the bathroom tells me she feels better after our talk. At first I thought it was just my imagination, but the relentless line of hungry residents tells me something is different today. The soldiers are joining us for today's lunch, and Durong is among them. Usually when we serve them on weekends. Yimgan is at the edge of the crowd with Azari standing close to her. Those two would make a good couple. Durong is engaging her grizzly captain, who keeps shaking her head and pinching between her eyes. The captain agitatedly throws her up her hands before dragging the conversation outside of the mess hall. I wonder what happened. The way Durong's captain berated her leaves me irritated. It's strange seeing her so mad at your girlfriend. The staff interject with the most obvious observation. Isn't she her prodigy? Can I go check it out, Query? Stay. Query shakes her head. I thought Durong and I were close, but she hasn't entrusted me with this information. Click, click. The knuckle on Kai's mask clicks in place a few times. It got my attention at first, but I don't hear the clicking sounds anymore unless I look out for them. Others don't pay attention to Kai's clicking either. Our troops have never been deployed there, have we? This will be our first time. Durong shakes her head. She's finished her food, but she stays back anyway. As you know, we mostly take care of the requests down here in the south, not the ones closer to the northern border. Nimgan elaborates further. Even when Durong is between us, I can smell her crisp scent of sea salt body spray, overlapping disinfectant and cigarette tar. Halfway through our meal, the topic switches to our current mission of Port Tuskegee soldiers. Either this platoon is expanding their service coverage of the regions, or Ganbong is desperate for reinforcements from elsewhere. My uncle's communal house near Buhan is assigned a platoon there too, a month ago. Is there a reason we concentrate on that area where a military base is also located? Your family is everywhere, huh? Anyhow, they do their jobs, we do ours. We're only providing reinforcements to secure Ganbong and its islands from roaming rebels and wild animals. I'm also worried. So many soldiers will be in one place. Durong's mission is suddenly not as simple as I thought. Even if the military and the Sentinels are peaceful, this means they need more than a squad for their goals. Right. It's not uncalled for. But we have a good system, and have lost no one in years. Plus, Durong here should be the least of your worries. She fights harder and smarter than most soldiers her age. She'd be on a higher pay grade right now if she didn't turn it down. Okay. Ellipses. From what I'm hearing from the others, Durong is leading a successful career, and one that she's excellent at. Durong just shrugs when I look at her to elaborate on her turning down the pay raise. I was under the impression Durong had agreed to take it after our talk. All in all, Nimgan has dulled my worries. With that many soldiers around, their sheer number will help mitigate problems when they arise. As they put it, they both stay in their own lanes. While I can express my concerns, it isn't my place to tell others how to do their jobs, not this close to deployment. Do any of you believe in ghosts? At this point, anything to take my mind off the subject of deployment would be great. This again? Ghosts. She means the Wanderers. Right. My uncle saw one while living here, but his memories are dodgy. Back when this communal house started opening its doors to war refugees. I personally haven't seen any. Since the night I got spooked, we have stalked the halls a few times to look for that presence again. While I appreciate Durong's company those nights, I wish she'd been a little more discreet with her steps. In the end, we couldn't find the traces of that ghost. When I leave the kitchen a few hours... God damn it. When I leave the kitchen after my shift, Durong is leaning back against the far wall waiting for me. A sigh slips out of her smile when our eyes meet. She raises her hands so I can clasp mine in hers. Our fingers lace together when we stop at the elevator and stay that way till we get to the pool. Rue? The wrong starts as soon as we're both inside our private space. Her furrowed eyebrows tell me this is a topic I may not want to hear. Your back is still sore, love? She sighs sweetly, caving in when my slithering arms circle her waist and pull her closer. It is a bit uncomfortable still. Rue, listen. I forget which one works for a sore back, either a massage or mouth-to-mouth. Perhaps both just to be sure. Drong's lips open to speak, only to be stopped by my own. Rue, I have a feeling you're doing this on purpose. Drong places a comforting hand on my cheek before pulling away from my lips. I love you, but you are so distracting. She chuckles while shaking her head with amusement, unaware of the effect she has on me when she casually dropped her 3 words. Her thumb rubs between my eyebrows, trying to erase the concern found on my face. It is funny. All this preparation, I don't know how to start. Rue, I'm thinking about quitting my job. What? It's unfair for her to drop 2 bombs on me at once. I give it a lot of thought. You said I could be anything. Hence, I want to look for something else I love. My heart sinks deep when I realize Drong took my encouraging words to heart. It's hard to look her in the eyes, knowing if her plans were to fail. It could be my fault for giving her false hope. But what are you gonna do? Something? I'm not sure yet. I want to leave this place and go somewhere. Preferably with you. If you want to. Are you sure you thought this through? What about money? I saved a bit of money working here. There's nothing much I spend on. You're doing so well at this, though. Do you hate your job after all? Honestly, I can't tell. But I might find something else I like more. What if... Is it wise to keep playing devil's advocate? Would you be able to come back here to work? I mean, if things turn sour? There we go again. I'm not sure. The captain was furious when I told her about it. That explains what happened during lunch. Have you already quit? Not officially. And I won't be taking any more deployment trips after this. I want to quit ahead before she puts too much faith in me. This isn't a decision I can brush over. Not when she's invited me to come with her. You're leaving after your contract is over, right? I suppose so. I haven't heard of any extension from Nimgan. Even if it were possible, I don't imagine Drong will stay for me. Then, Drong opens her mouth to speak, but she decides against it at the last minute. Deep down, I already knew what she wanted to ask of me. 2 sides threatened to tear me in half. On one hand, fortune favors the bold, and success means more to those who are willing to work for it. Everyone has once dreamed of being able to drop everything in a pursuit of a blossoming distant horizon. Stories of similar success have been sung and glorified in all forms of media. My heart swells with overflowing pride and fondness when she asked me to be a part of her journey of self-discovery. The fact that she considered my advice seriously means she respects my opinion. But at the same time, while I admire Drong's commitment, is it wise to listen to a woman who barely has her things together? She will abandon a successful and stable career for something she is still unsure about. Not to mention she'll leave behind everyone she knows and has lived with for years. Despite her maturity, Drong has just entered her 20s. Anything I say or do now will influence her life for better or for worse. Listen, Drong. Oh, I hate you! No! No! Don't put this on me, I don't know. I don't know, god damn it. Well, this is as good a spot to end the episode as ever. I was planning on with the time was running, but yeah, right here, yeah, I need time to think on this. Oh, Lord. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Why?